Now Jeffrey, tell me what your specific goal was.
I had done a little bit of training here and there, but when I got hired for Fargo, I wanted to add a lot of weight, a lot of big muscle. So I knew I had to do a radical change. So I started just kind of asking around, and your name came up, found you, and that's when I walked in the door and met you.
Before we met, what were your workouts like on your own?
Well, on my own, I really wasn't that focused. I didn't have a lot of discipline, and I'd walk into a gym and just kind of hang out for half an hour. Maybe I'll do some bench press, maybe I'll do some curls. I didn't really kind of have a plan or a game plan, and obviously my results showed because I wasn't really gaining a lot of weight or muscle.
Yeah. And why did you hire me?
Well, sitting down with you, I could tell how experienced you were and how trained you were in what specifically I wanted to do, which was gain a lot of muscle in a quick amount of time and a lot of size. I wanted to bulk up, and I didn't really know how to do that. And you explained it very quickly and very specifically. This is how you do it. This is what's proven results for me. So you kind of sold me on it, on this linear progression that you do 3 sets of a warm-up, you do a 4th set that's hard, and then a 5th set that's failure. And I hadn't really learned that I could go all the way to failure, I mean massive failure, where you set up those safety bars where I fall slightly, still safe, but no, that was my limit.
How did you feel showing up on the set of Fargo with all that new muscle?
I walked different, I talked different, it was great, and I know the producer was really happy with my transformation.
Now Jeffrey, obviously I don't know what it's like to be trained by myself, so let me ask, what's it like being trained by me?
Well, it's very safe, and that's really important. I never wanted to get injured, so if I got injured, I couldn't shoot. So being trained by you, you could tell that you wanted technique first, and then we'll get goals later. Because if you get sloppy, you're gonna get injured, and then there's no more training.
And what do you love about our workouts together?
How quickly they went. We maximized the time. They didn't really take a long time. I thought you have to spend hours in the gym, but we kicked it out, and we'd do bench, deadlift, squat, shoulders, and alternating those, and we'd be done in 45 minutes. And that was great, and we were still achieving our goals. So I loved how quickly we could maximize our time.
Now, after a few months of training, what were your best numbers that we did?
I think my numbers ended up 240 on squat and 295 in deadlift. And that was, I think, failure at, 10 or 11 reps. So that wasn't just 1 rep. So I was really proud of that, because not only was I gaining size, I gained a lot of strength.
Do you have a favorite exercise we do?
Love the deadlift. Love the deadlift. I didn't think I would. I thought it was going to hurt me. But when we got to those numbers, even when I was in Calgary shooting Fargo, I couldn't believe I was doing those numbers on my own.
Did you have more energy?
Yeah, I felt great. I slept better. I slept a lot better, and I had a lot of energy. Working on a set is 15 to 18 hours a day on your feet, so I could sustain that, and knowing that I had the strength to do it.
Now, what did you find to be instrumental in the results you achieved?
I was trying to create an appearance, but what was amazing about it was it changed kind of how I felt about myself, about that I not only had more energy, but I just had I had a bigger spirit when I walked around, and I could see in my everyday life, and my wife loved the big size on me too.
Yeah. Now, before we go, what projects can we expect to see you in next?
Well, now I'm slim. I trimmed down after doing that. I needed to be a little more leaner for a movie I just completed called Soldado, which is a follow-up to Sicario. And then I go into my 2nd season of Shut Eye on Hulu. So that guy's very different from the character in Fargo. So I have no size. I'm actually kind of leaning out and losing a lot of weight. So it's tough, man, fluctuating so much. But I have you to thank for helping me get to that large size in Fargo, and I really appreciate that.